get me this week, Fran.
I could have, but I was like,
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me 22 times, still shame on me. But here we are.
I didn't do it on purpose because I'm a kind and loving friend.
I was ready. I was like, I was trying to make eye contact through the computer. You know how you do that.
And I was like,
she's not going to get me this week. Welcome, episode 23 of Fran and Carlo Get OCR. Jason, this is
I just want to explain something quickly. My camera is really weird because I'm trying something new. I'm trying using my iPhone as a camera rather than my laptop camera because apparently I'm sitting like 12 meters away from it. My laptop camera sucks.
That's like 36 feet.
My laptop camera is really poopy and I'm always really blurry. So
I like when you dismiss my little comments when you go, and you carry on with whatever you were going to say. So, episode 23. In the States, we would call that the Michael Jordan episode. Do you know why?
Was Michael Jordan's number 23?
It was 23.
Who is Michael Jordan?
He was a very famous. Okay. Actually, for part of one season, he wore the number 45.
Okay, so when we get to episode 45, we can be like, oh, the second Michael Jordan, the 1996 Michael Jordan.
Quick aside, do you know why he had number 45, Fran?
Because he was 45?
No.
Because 45 died?
It's actually a fun American conspiracy, like a pretty...
Because in 1945, the war had ended?
That's probably true, but or was it 46?
It was 46.
You know, you want me, I can tell you why that matters.
Do.
So, Michael Jordan had come off back-to-back world championships against teams.
We don't know anything about that, do we?
Against the teams from the United States, but whatever. Maybe the Toronto Raptors were in there. I'm not sure if they were around. Anyway, this is what a great way to start this episode. Starting full adjacent. So they had come off back-to-back world championships. And then out of nowhere, the summer after the championship, Michael Jordan says, hey, everybody, peace out. Top of his game says, peace out. I'm going to go try to play professional baseball. I've achieved all I can achieve in basketball. Now, the insiders will tell you what really happened was that Michael Jordan had a really bad gambling problem and it was going to surface. And baseball had already kind of had a black eye over a great player from their past called Pete Rose, who gambled on baseball and got a lifetime ban. So the conspiracy is that Michael Jordan technically got a 2-year ban from the league because of his gambling issues and gambling on the game. But the league didn't want to come out and say that because it's bad for PR. So instead they just said, like, go do something else as a suspension. So he went and played professional basketball for 2 years, or football for baseball for 2 years, poorly, and then came back and won 3 more championships with the Chicago Bulls.
Sweet. So if an OCR athlete disappears, we can assume it's because they have a gambling problem.
Correct. Good. There's no other rational.
There is no other rational. Talking of OCR athletes disappearing or not disappearing, we saw Ryan Atkins this week going for a jog, which indicates to us, confirmed by a question, that his ankle injury that he sustained at World's Toughest Mudder was actually not as serious as some people might have thought, and was indeed a minor injury that he did not want to exacerbate by going out to run for another 55 miles, which I applaud greatly, and I'm very pleased to see he is not injured. Seriously.
I love that we actually kind of covered that a little bit last week, but you are so, when you're right, you're right. And I like I know exactly why you're telling us that again. And you're not wrong, Fran. So
very rarely am.
If you're watching this and you're in the United States of America, happy Black Friday. Fran, if you don't know, Black Friday falls the day after Thanksgiving. So
Thanksgiving is the day that you celebrate. Was going to say that, but I'm not going to say it. But you know what I was going to say, don't you? It's the day you give thanks for doing something very naughty.
We had a very harmonious relationship with the folks who were on this land before us.
That y'all ruined, right?
And we celebrated.
And then you celebrate ruining that relationship. And yes.
Yep. Yes. Nothing nefarious whatsoever.
Which is so funny that Americans take the mickey out of the British people for colonizing things. I'm not British, nor are you.
But we just did it this one time.
Quite badly.
You know what else we didn't do? We didn't take all of their stuff and then stick it in a museum and say, hey, come look at all this stuff that we
We
have.
didn't take all of it. We just take the best stuff, which is funny because we didn't take anything
Anyway,
from you.
we are off and running. So happy post-Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Now on to Christmas.
Hopefully they're all just sitting on their couches with big tummies full of turkey and
Num num.
stuffing. And oh, by the way, that makes its way into thoughts on things.
I like
So, yeah.
stuffing, but our stuffing is very different from yours.
I don't like American stuffing. I don't.
Our stuffing is weirdly instant, and it's delicious.
We have stuffing in a box.
Yeah,
too,
we have
also.
stuffing in a box. Okay.
Stovetop stuffing is a very famous brand out here.
You mix it with water and anyway, okay. Shh.
Coffee's ready. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, whatever. Really
Yeah.
quick, I wanted to get to, if you're listening to this,
Which you're not.
which you are,
No.
I want to talk a little bit about our YouTube channel and about just the OCR report. For those people who don't know, the OCR report has 2 separate YouTube channels. If you're watching this on YouTube,
It
you
has a
clearly
popular
know,
one and a not popular one.
You know, yes, the popular one is the one that's been
It's
around.
not
since
the
its
one that
inception.
we're on.
It's not yet. That's what we're here to help. So the OCR report YouTube channel itself, the original one from the jump in like whatever.
I'm just going to point out that was me checking whether I was recording.
I see that. Thank you.
Go back to that.
So the OCR report YouTube channel has 3,800 subscribers plus or minus. We are trying to get that over 4,000. So since we get about 200 watchers every week, that's a lie. If every single one of you subscribed to the channel, we'd get our 4,000 goal. Now,
And then they'd like us.
that's right. Like us, subscribe us, leave a comment. Please leave a comment, actually. We want to have a segment where we review the comments from the previous week, but usually it's just like Melissa, Linden, and Jack.
And we
Which is
like
not
both
bad.
of those dearly. In fact, they're 2 of my favorite people.
I agree.
But if anybody else wants a mention,
We'll shout you out.
we'll shout you out.
Now, compare that to the OCR Report podcast channel, which is what we are on. It currently has 41 subscribers.
Do you think that could be anything to do with the quality of the content, perchance?
Well, here's the thing.
Yes.
I did a little research because I do my own research, Fran. I do my own research.
Do?
It's big out here in the States. So the OCR Report YouTube channel has 220 different videos currently on it.
Impressive.
The OCR Report podcast channel currently has 789 videos.
Poor quality.
So you're going to get more content.
Poor quality.
No. Well, at least 22 episodes are high
Poor
quality.
quality.
Well, 20 episodes. So what we're saying is, if you're watching us on the YouTube podcast channel, go ahead and subscribe.
Please.
And also, go ahead and jump over to the OCR Report YouTube channel. Subscribe there. Listen to us on Spotify. What do you do? Follow, subscribe, like? What do you do on Spotify? I don't know.
It's not like my
Turns out
job
you
is to
can't
make
leave
people
comments.
enjoy stuff. I don't know.
So, by the way, this part of the program, I literally have it in my notes as grovel for viewers. So, this is us. We don't
Do
have
you know
a
what's
Patreon.
fantastic?
We're
Carlo
asking for
makes
money.
notes and I turn up.
Yeah, I do.
I
Because I feel
don't.
like if I didn't take notes, we'd get even more adjacent. Because I know myself. So anyway, please subscribe.
Please.
And
Please subscribe.
then send us screenshots of your subscription. Just
And
so
we won't do
believe
anything.
you.
But if you leave
Yeah.
a nice comment, we might talk about you.
Oh, we do love nice comments. Watch this. Fran,
Carlo?
that's a pretty dress.
Thank you very this is my first time wearing it. Isn't it cute? It is green
It is.
corduroy.
And I like hunter green. I think it's hunter green. That's what we would call that.
Yeah. Do you remember the denim dress that I wore in the States?
Of course, yes.
It's a long sleeve corduroy version.
I like it.
Thank you.
My friends.
Carlo, I love your hoodie.
Thank you. That's why, because it's OCRWC branded. My friend in the States, my friend at my gym, just painted her kitchen the color of your dress.
I love this. I love green. I love
That's a
all
dark
green.
kitchen.
That's a dark kitchen, but very on trend. Does she have brass handles?
I don't know the answer to that. The handles were not on the cabinets at the time because she was just painting it.
Probably brass. That's a very on trend look right now. But I
I will
love
ask.
green. I like a very
Uh,
pale green.
okay.
Okay.
The only other thing I had in community news was and I don't know if you're familiar with this, but there's a thing that happens a couple weeks post WTM,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been explained why it happens, and I don't know exactly why, but everyone's skin starts peeling. You start
Contact
getting
dermatitis.
peeling on your fingers. Melissa Linden posted a video or a picture, like she got it really bad, like on her knees and her shins.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like a skin shed moment, and I bet Josh Fiore could tell us
I
because
bet he
he's
could. Our new best friend.
and he'd do it in a really handsome manner.
That's a Fury.
Fiore, remember yelling that to him when he would cross the finish line
Every time.
multiple laps,
Yep.
and he would smile and be like
Ah.
with his big Josh
And we'd be
Fiore
like,
smile
oh,
because he's so
Josh.
freaking handsome. He could be
No
if
comment.
he hasn't dressed up as GI Joe yet. I know he's got a military background. He should totally dress up one holiday for GI Joe, or maybe because he was actually GI Joe in real life. Maybe he doesn't want to do that.
Maybe it doesn't work. He's adorable. He's a good guy. I like him.
He's
Everyone should support him.
everything you just said is true.
Yeah. I have two community newses.
Tell me about it.
Tell me why.
Well, those are two separate. I went Billy Joel and you went Backstreet
Tell
Boys.
me why. Yeah.
Okay,
So the
I get
first is
Backstreet
not
Boys and
really
NSYNC songs
community
mixed up.
news, but it's a heads up, I guess.
Heads up.
So I spoke with a certain Matt Brooks this week. Matt Brook? Matt Brook. Matthew Brook.
I know who Matt Brooks is.
And he is the RD of World's Toughest Mudder. I think that's official on public.
The race
And I
director.
said to him, would you like to have a few guest appearances on the podcast because we're getting questions? So how about y'all out there, if you're wondering about World's Toughest Mudder 2025, which is coming up in just a few months, if you have questions, if there's stuff you want to know, start getting them to us. I don't know what the best way to do that is, but we can decide and say it before this segment is over. And we will get Matt on as soon as we can and start asking those questions because obviously the event moving across the pond is a big deal. We moved
Huge deal.
OCRWC across the pond once. It took a lot of information gathering and giving to people. And there's going to be a bit of fear about it. So let's make it as good as we can. So start getting questions together. We're going to have him on a few times
I'm excited.
in preparation for the event, which is happening in June.
I love it. I'm excited to chat with him.
And then less fun community news.
Uh-oh.
If you are on the OCRWC athletes page, and if you're not, you should be, then you will have seen the news that the beloved Rachel Ann, otherwise known as Pixie, is leaving OCRWC.
No.
Yeah. So she's
I
been.
love Rachel Ann.
I know.
I met her back in the Battle Frog days.
Yeah. So she's been with OCRWC since the start, and she's been kind of. Her and Adrian are just fantastic. And I think one of the reasons why the event and the brand was so popular and successful was their real attention to the athletes. And, we have the hashtag athletes first, but it's not just a hashtag, like it's genuinely meant.
Well, that's sad.
And it's really sad. And she's put a post up and she's posted a few pictures and she's asked people to post pictures. And so please go on there and leave her a message of love and happiness and a nice picture of if not her, you and her together, then something, the event. And yeah.
Womp, womp, womp.
I thought you were saying womp womp to me. And I was like, buddy, shall we not?
No, I was doing sad trombone. Totally different.
Oh, yes.
Meant to be sad. Not in a sarcastic way.
My hair is so big today. Guess what? I didn't pay for this. I did this myself.
Speaking of sad, let's just get it out of the way because he was so whiny about it last week.
Oh God.
I like how Jack doesn't send me videos and then be like, "Why didn't you put me in the show? Where's the weather? Where's the weather?" Like, it's still on your phone, dingus, because you didn't send it to us. But unfortunately, he did send me a video.
The only reason that I'm okay with this is because Melissa Linden likes it and I like her. So
that's pretty much the only reason to keep it going.
Here we go. It's the
Jack Gorse, 32nd Worldwide Running Report. Take it away, Jack.
Oh my gosh. Hey, everybody. Just trying to emotionally recover. Like, I've been doing the weather since this little charade's begun, and they've forgotten me. Once again, I'm just trying to emotionally recover from all this. Just don't want to be forgotten, you know? Like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to talk about anymore. I tried talking about the weather. I get it right most of the time. Some
Cool.
Not his best work, but we'll take it.
Will
So-
we?
What's on Fran?
Yeah.
Well, actually, do we have any race results before we get into what's going on this coming weekend? As we
So I'm
speak?
going to quickly tie in what's coming this weekend and race results by saying everyone has moved east. All the athletes have gone to the desert area.
That's east to me. Oh wait, no, that's east to me. Sorry, I'm twisted around. That's east to me.
North.
I could see
East.
Florida if I looked really hard and had better eyes, and maybe a telescope.
So last weekend was the Empire race.
Where was that?
And United Arab Emirates.
I've heard of it. The kids call it the UAE. Or do they call it something else?
Yeah, UAE, United Arab Emirates.
There you go. All right.
Empire race. It looked a lot of fun. People had a really great time. Leon Cofford, one of our faves, said it was one of the most fun events he'd had. He really, really
that's
enjoyed
great.
it. Like, and they got some really big names there. So well done to them, because I think it was their first event. Pretty cool. We should get them to be a qualifier for OCRWC.
You should.
So the elite male results for them. In 5th place was Leon Cofford. In
5th
4th
place.
place was Jan Vlada. In 3rd place was Richard Hynek. In 2nd place was Sergei Pereglin. And in 1st place was Igor Belousov. And then for the women, in 5th place was Volha Alexiayonak.
Wow.
In 4th place was Anastasia Mikina.
Yep.
In 3rd place, Svetlana Filipovich. In 2nd place, Ulrika Evanson. And in 1st place, Elisa Petrova.
I like Ulrika.
Yeah.
No, I haven't met her, but I still like
I
her.
like her a lot. Fantastic woman.
Yep. You know,
so yeah, so those are my race results.
excellent. You talking about Leon coming in 5th place reminds me that I reached out to him about a week ago to ask him about Tough Viking, because I'm going to be doing a Tough Viking. I'm going to be doing, what is it?
You and Tough Viking. Every time
Well,
I
I'm
heard you
doing
talking
one
to
in
someone,
May.
you're like,
I'm
"Hey,
going
have
to
you ever
Sweden.
heard of Tough Viking?
I'm going to Sweden
to do Tough Viking."
Have I told you that? Did I tell you that Will Hicks once took 3rd place at World's Toughest Mudder in the team
I know who your
competition?
friends are.
Do you know
Did
who
you
my
know that
friends
I ever
are?
did Tough Guy?
You want me to, right?
What time does the race start?
Anyway, okay, Jack. Where's the map? Does anybody have a map?
So Jack Goris does this thing, right? Pre-race weekend, his job is to go to races and take pictures. And every time he just messages in the group, and he's like, "Where's the race map?" And we're like,
What time's the race start?
"Where is it?" And I'm like,
When do
"Dude,
the awards start?
And yeah, and I said this to Will, and I was like, I've never seen someone try so little and yet create such incredible results.
That's fair.
It's really annoying, because
That's
every time
fair.
you look at him, he's just like this.
Yeah.
And then he comes back with 3,000 really good photos, and you're like, I mean, fair, buddy.
I give him that. Where I was going with that whole thing about Leon is, he never got back to me.
Because he was at Empire race, buddy.
Oh, so I should expect to hear from him then, just like soon now?
No, because you know what's happening next weekend, or this coming weekend?
Great segue. What's happening this weekend?
It is the Spartan Race World Championships, hosted by the Abu Dhabi Sports Council. And in fact, currently, probably around the time that these people are listening, you can catch the race coverage live on YouTube, hosted by me.
Wait, are you telling me you're going to be on the broadcast, Fran?
I know, what an unusual thing. Nobody's bored of hearing my voice.
I'm not. I only get it once a week.
Okay.
There you go. Who's your, you have a co-host?
Yes. So my co-host is the co-host that I had for Morzine and for the Spartan Croatia Sprint World Championships, my very good friend, Matan Perrier.
That's a great name.
Yes.
They've named sparkling water after him.
They did. He's so sparkly that they named water after him.
Comes in a green bottle.
I'm going to try
I've
and
had
get him
some.
to come and do World's Toughest Mudder last year because he used to do it when he lived in the States, but he's an ultra runner now and he won't want to do it. But I'm still going to say, hey, come do it. And he'll be like,
I bet
no,
he'd
it's
do
too
well.
short. No, it's too short for him.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
He's too short to do World's Toughest Mudder?
No, World's Toughest Mudder is too short a distance.
Oh, I was like, dang, Fran. I'm like, I'm not what they consider tall, and I've done it 4 times.
He is not too short to do World's Toughest Mudder. He does very long ultra races.
I would like to, I don't know if Will would ever go for this, but I think it would be fun.
Ew.
And I know we've joked about it before, but in all reality, I think it'd be fun for you and I to do World's Toughest Mudder together one year and just somehow like broadcast it. Like,
so I've been thinking about this because one of the things I'm interested in is like potentially just trying to get 25 miles of World's Toughest Mudder while still broadcasting. But the problem is, whilst I could do 25 miles, and I know I could if I just, my big problem is my back. It's very weak back, so I get back pain. If I could work on my back and get the back strength and get enough physio so it doesn't hurt, I could do it. And then just not run in the dark. I don't know why, because it's too cold. I just get really snoozy. I'd be too sleepy.
I understand.
It's very tiring. But I'm really tempted. Like, I was like, what are the legal logistics of running a few laps and then working out of the broadcast area?
Well, if we're a team, then the legal logistics are you come in from your lap, do some broadcasting, and I go out and do a couple laps, or I do 3 laps, or
so you're telling me you want to enter as a team in June?
Oh, that is not what I said. I was saying that we need to talk to Will about it because I think Will would not want the broadcast to suffer and not having
I'm not sure I have the energy for that yet. I think that would take a lot of training for me.
Because I've talked to him before about
pretty darn weak. He would say, hey guys, if that's what you want to do it. And he wouldn't stop us doing it, but we wouldn't be able to do a good broadcast. And first and foremost,
I think he would hope that we don't do that.
Do you know what I'd love to do though? I would love to do a Tough Mudder lapped event with you, and I'd love to do a toughest, but there are no toughest in the UK, and I can't afford to fly to the States to do one.
Yeah, there is one. I actually have my eye on the one. They added one in Colorado in September, and I've got my eye on that one because
it's not going to be cold, Colorado in September.
It won't be warm, but although actually the way our climate's been lately, sometimes it gets oddly hot during times of year when it's supposed to be cold. But
Colorado, September.
Yeah, I've got friends out there, and so I think I'm gonna network.
Jack's out there.
Yep. And barring injury, there's a woman who used to do really well at World's Toughest Mudder who is intrigued by the idea of doing toughest in September. But
okay, so you don't want to do it with me.
We'll see. No, it's not what I said, weirdo. You literally just said you're not able to make it out. So
I didn't say I'm not able to make it out. I then did this.
Okay. Well, if you think you can make it out, if you
can
make anything. It out, because that's an event that I would like to run. If you think you can make it out, I would 100% do a team with you.
So do you know what? My problem with the toughest is I just can't do it alone because I just cannot do the obstacles alone.
Yeah, that's
and I don't want to do it. I don't want to just be waiting for some guys that I don't know to come help me.
Right. You could be waiting for a guy that you do know to come help you.
Ooh.
You're like, where'd you go? I'm like, I'm right next to you. And you go, help me. And I go, okay. Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say.
Okay, cool.
Well, there you go. It's settled.
All right. I'm coming to Colorado in September.
And I better start learning, getting my grip strength back and stuff.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to do any of the grip obstacles.
It's kind of important.
Yeah, I'd be able to do them on the first lap.
Why?
Ain't nothing but a week.
So, wow, we did results. We talked about the upcoming.
Yeah, so Spartan World Championships this weekend, Abu Dhabi.
Yep.
There's a women's only sprint race happening. Super cool.
Love it.
There's the Beast World Championships on the Saturday and the Team World Championships event on the Sunday.
The 3K Team World Championship, I believe.
Sure.
That's what I read in the notes.
Okay.
I have 21K Beast World Championship Saturday and Elite 3K Team World Champs on Sunday.
I trust you.
Thank you. Well, if I'm wrong, then the Spartan website is wrong because that's where I got it.
Possible.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
It's been a crazy week for me here, so I'm kind of like powering through.
So weird that I got back from the States last week. Like,
I am still, yeah. I
do you know what has been happening to me? Did I tell you last
No.
week about my nightmares?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Okay.
told the show, but you told me.
Oh, did I? Well, I'll tell the show just in case. So, sorry, you said it's been a crazy week, so I'll let you talk in a second. But obviously, I'm
Oh
going
no, nothing worth talking about. It's just sometimes my life is just yeah.
Life.
Actually, my life is pretty great, and sometimes my life's a little less than great, and you go like, man, that sucks. But in reality, overall, still great. So I'm not gonna bitch.
You're pretty great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So are you.
So even if life isn't great, you're still great.
Oh, Rand.
Carlo.
Thank you. That actually means a lot because it's a good day to hear that.
Good.
Continue about your nightmares. And then we'll get into thoughts on things. I have a couple good questions.
So I get really bad nightmares. And I sleep talk and I sleepwalk and I have panic attacks in my sleep, which is super fun.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And it gets really bad after I've done a live stream. And anyone who has seen how many live streams I've done this year will understand it's, got pretty bad. It gets particularly bad after big live streams like World's Toughest Mudder, where we're going all night long. And
Yep.
sometimes what'll happen is I'll wake up and I'll think I'm supposed to be awake working, and there's a camera on me whilst I'm asleep. And like that'll happen throughout the night. But what happened for a week after World's Toughest Mudder is I would wake up every night and think either I was supposed to be broadcasting and I'd have to go onto YouTube and check, or that there was a problem. And the first place that we stayed, there was a bed at the end of, there was a TV at the end of the bed, which was
Yeah.
obviously switched off. But what TVs have is a red standby light. And what do cameras have when they're recording? A red standby light.
They do.
And I woke up, there was one night I woke up and I just shouted at Dustin. And I was like, this time. And he just turned to me and said, just let Jason know. And I was like, oh, okay. I went back to sleep.
From your bed, that's what he said. Just let Jason.
He is very used to me being insane.
I love it.
Yeah, and they stopped when I got home, thankfully, but I've been sleeping terribly. So I will say this will be my first advice to anyone coming to the UK. Prepare for the jet lag coming east, because
hear
going
it's bad.
west is so easy. Like I travel west a lot and I will arrive, I will just be up for the whole time I'm traveling, which is normally like 18 to 24 hours. And you just go to bed at 9 o'clock and then you're up at 5 or 6, ready to start the day, ready for an early night. Blah. But
There you
coming
go.
home, oh my God, it's been a nightmare. Like bring melatonin if you use it, or whatever you use to help you sleep. It's really tiring. If you get like a lot of flights arrive at like 7 in the morning, make sure you've got somewhere to go to sleep. And maybe if you can, like a lot of flights fly overnight. So like
That's what I do.
fly overnight, maybe a day earlier if you can, and just give yourself a bit of adjusting time because it will impact. I think Josh was saying they're going to fly the weekend before.
Oh, nice.
So stay longer before rather than staying longer after, because July 4th is not long after. Or what you could do is fly for World's Toughest Mudder and then go straight on to Morzine for the Morzine Ultra World Champs.
I will not be doing that, but
I will, hopefully.
But we will be going to
Alton
Blackpool?
Towers.
No. Yeah, Alton Towers. That I'm excited about.
Yeah,
So-
we'll talk more about that. So yeah, so there we go.
We
That
will.
was just
we
thing.
can get it. We'll have our travel to the UK episode in a few months, and I'm really excited about that. But I have a couple thoughts on things for you, Fran.
Okay, I love your thoughts on things.
So this one, it was kind of because here in the States we just had Thanksgiving, so very Thanksgiving. What?
I was out with a friend and he said, text me when you get home. And I said, I will. And I didn't.
Oh. Okay, hold
Sorry.
on. I got
C'est mal quoi?
two quick questions.
Okay, if my camera comes back, then good. Otherwise, my wrinkles are blurred out at least.
So thoughts on things.
Wrinkles.
Here in the States, we just had Thanksgiving. And the cool thing about Thanksgiving, at least with my family, is, are you going to be fidgeting? Or are you okay? The cool thing about Thanksgiving is I always look forward to, there are certain members of my family who I always get excited about Thanksgiving because it's like, oh my gosh, cousin so-and-so is going to bring their green bean casserole. So-and-so is going to bring their cornbread. So-and-so. So my question is,
Mm.
what is a dish that Fran prepares that if you're going somewhere with friends or family, they're like, oh my gosh, Fran, please bring your world famous this dish. Is there
Okay.
something that you make where you're just like, ooh, let me make this for you because it's awesome?
So I half of my family is vegan, as in half of my wider family. So when
Uh-huh.
it don't pull that face.
That was just
I love
okay.
you, dude, but
Continue.
anyway, so when it comes to Christmas, I cook for the whole vegan side because I love cooking and preparing food. So I spend like a couple of days leading up to Christmas making
Okay.
the food. And I have a few things that I really, really like making for the events, for the celebration. So I don't have one thing, but I can give you a selection of different things that are my specialities.
Okay. Okay. We can, well,
It'll
short
take 2
list, right?
minutes. It'll take 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
So
like,
for starters,
we started late today, so I'm just trying.
I know,
I gotta
I'm
go to work.
sorry.
It's
Oh
okay.
shit. Okay. Oopsie.
No, it's,
Um,
you're fine. You're fine.
I forgot you had work. So
And
for
you
starters,
swore. Oh,
I
Will
make
Hicks is for sure listening to this episode because you just swore.
oh, okay. For starters, I make it's called foie gras. So it's a vegan foie gras. It's very nice.
Isn't that the one in real life they like shove stuff down a goose's neck?
But this is
I can
just
see why you
made.
go. I'd go vegan on that too, to be honest. I
It's
don't want that
really
to happen.
tasty though, my foie gras. It's
And I don't
really
even like
tasty.
geese.
Yeah. And then I also make these really delicious like spinach and ricotta, but they're not ricotta, like puff pastries.
Well, that's good because ricotta cheese is gross.
Yeah. And then I make lasagna because we always have lasagna for Christmas. I make a good I'll make a lasagna when you come.
Okay. Okay.
And then we do roast dinner as well, and I just do all the bits for that. And then for
Love it.
puddings, I make lots of very good puddings, but at Christmas I make shortbread. My sister loves the shortbread I make.
See? There you go.
But I
knew it.
make
I knew
1,000
you would
things,
have
but
something.
I'd say those are my top things. How about you?
You-
What do you bring to the Thanksgiving?
Well, here's
potluck?
what's funny. Here's what's funny.
Your
I
charming
don't.
personality.
Well, I just learned. Well, I have to bring dessert, and I don't really do a lot of. I'm better at a brunch. I wish this was Thanksgiving brunch because the one thing that I make that I really love making and want to share with people is French toast.
Oh,
My father used to make an amazing French toast, and my mom used to make an amazing French toast, and they argued over whose was better. And so I kind of took a little bit of both of their recipes and kind of
is
made
that basically eggy bread but cinnamon?
yes, and
Okay.
also a couple other little secrety thingies. But
We
yes.
just call it eggy bread here.
Oh, that's cool. That's a much cuter name.
Eggy bread.
Egg. I'm gonna try to call that now. Would you like some eggy bread? Everyone's like, no, ew, gross.
Yeah, it
I'd
sounds
be like
disgusting.
eggs on bread? No, not eggs on bread, you dork.
You know what you
eggy
can
bread.
make? I know what you can make that's just like French toast.
What?
Bread and butter pudding.
I'll have to Google that.
Okay, so you know panettone. You can make a really fancy one as well. You know panettone.
No. Oh, and that's the big bread that comes in the big case with the.
Okay, what about brioche? You know brioche.
Is that a kind of
Oh my
bread?
god, dude, you're screwed. Okay, it's a French bread that's enriched with butter and sugar. So it's a cakey kind of bread.
Oh, brioche.
Oh, sorry, brioche.
Yeah. I'm
So
familiar.
get yourself either a brioche or a panettone, and then you make bread and butter pudding, which is kind of like a baked eggy bread. I'll tell you more after.
Can you send me a recipe for it?
Yeah,
Like
but it's
honestly.
really good. So you slice it up and you put it into a pan, and then you
Yep.
make a custard, which is eggs and cream and sugar, and then you can put cinnamon and vanilla and other flavors, and then you pour it on top of the bread and you bake it.
Yep.
That's it. And then
Is
you
there
can
a lot
serve it
of like stir it, don't let it get too hot, don't let it get too cold?
No,
Because
you
that
don't
will
stir
ruin
it.
it.
You don't stir it. It's like you
Okay.
don't stir it at all.
Okay.
You
I will
put
actually
it in
try
the
that.
oven. Yeah, it's baked eggy
Ooh.
bread.
I think I'll try it. I think I have time. I don't have a pan to cook it in, but it's okay.
Just a dish, just like a baking dish.
I should have a dish. I think I probably have a dish.
Yeah.
My place is pretty
Crazy.
bachelory, but
Just
anyway.
go to TJ Maxx and get yourself a baking dish.
We do have one of those. Okay. I don't want this to get
No.
too. So
Yeah.
the last question I have We will end our beautiful episode on this episode 23, the Michael Jordan edition. Fran, if you could compete and win any event on the planet, what would it be?
At sporting or any?
Sporting. Or wait, anything. Like it could be running, it could be
That's
you could
sport.
be you could win a Formula 1 race, you can like you have the ability to do it and you are victorious.
Well, listen, you're in a rush, and now I'm thinking.
It's okay. We can edit this part. The dead air goes well on a podcast. They're like, did they lose internet connection? And we go, nope, just Fran thinking.
Oh no. Oh.
I thought about making it more like breaking it down to like running a race, but I'm like, no, let's just open it up.
I think something like Dakar.
Like a Deca or like a High Rocks or something like that.
Dakar.
Oh, Dakar.
Oh, sorry, Dakar. Brioche.
Dakar. No, that's what we.
Brioche up in a town.
Dakar's 24 hours, right?
No.
I know there's Le Mans, but there's also.
Le Mans is 24 hours in Le Mans.
Yep.
Mais Dakar is across the deserts and is not in France.
Oh, we have one down here called the Baja 1000.
Yeah,
Baja
so
1000.
something like that. I think it would have to be
so like
something...
like an off-road.
Yeah. I think that would be a pretty cool thing for me to win.
Oh, the old Porsche 959. Remember those?
No, because I'm not old.
The Porsche 959 is like a
You
classic.
call it Porsche. Oh, good. You say it correctly.
I don't say Porsche.
Yeah.
No, that's a porn star name.
How would you
Probably,
know that?
I'm guessing. There's got to be a porn star named Porsche, right? And I'm pretty sure our ex-president probably paid her hush money. Anyway, yo.
Whoa. How about you?
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Our president-elect.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so you'd win the Dakar rally. Where's that? Where's that
it used
race?
to be in North Africa, but then they moved it to potentially the UAE as well. But there is a really cool one.
A lot of desert out there.
There's a couple of them that go from across the desert in North Africa. There's the Eco Raid Africa, which looks really cool, which I would like to do. And there is also a race called the Panda Raid, which goes across the desert in North Africa, where you drive a pre-1992 Fiat Panda. And you have a limited amount of things that you're allowed to bring with you. I actually wanted to make a 3-part series about it. I pitched it to a couple of channels, and I was like, it'd be really cool. You can do like episode 1, learning about the race and finding the car and building it, and then episode 2 and 3 being the race and meeting the other competitors and like the trials and tribulations. But no one picked it up.
We have a silly race out here. I forget where it is. I've seen it, like the Nitro Circus, Travis Pastrana guys did it one year. It's called like the Lemon Race or something like that. And like, you're not allowed to spend more than like $1,500 total on like your car and your supplies.
That's
and
cool.
it's like, and it's just like it's like a figure 8 type track, I think. And it's just an endurance. I forget how many hours the race goes, but yeah, it sounds really fun. It's kind of like a low budget type, although people take it very seriously. But
yeah, those kind of races are really fun.
I think, because I know you're curious what my answer is.
I did ask you.
Yeah, I think I would want to win the Monaco Grand Prix.
Beautiful. Have you been to Monaco?
I have not. My daughter has been to Monaco, and I have not. Figure that out.
I'll take you.
Really? Mm-hmm. Don't you have to have like
to...
a certain like level of wealth just to even walk into the city?
Nah.
Okay, cool. I would love to go to Monaco.
You can come.
We could just like jump from the back of yachts, doink, 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 doink.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
Straight to jail. That's where we go.
My brother went to the Monaco Grand Prix one year, and this is a great example of confidence trumping anything. He's a very, I mean, he's shy, like all confident people are kind of actually shy in reality, but he can be very confident and self-assured and looks good. And he was in Monaco.
It helps.
For the Grand Prix, and there was a boat party, and he just walked onto this boat, and someone stopped him, and he just threw his name. He just said Curando, and they're like, "Oh, okay," and then he went onto the boat party instead. If you act like you belong there, you'll get there. If you apologize for existing,
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna walk onto a yacht in Monaco and go Curando and just keep going.
Your name is Piscatello. And then once we're in Monaco, we can get a train to Genoa.
Okay, look at that. We've already got this going. Let's do it.
Oh my gosh. Right. Okay. Here's the plan. Next year, World's Toughest Mudder.
Yep.
Okay. And then
Yep.
more zine the weekend after because I'm going to be working.
Girl, I can't take that much time off.
Babe, you can. And then from Morzine, we go down to the south of France, which is not far. It's not far. It's really not far. And we spend a couple of days in the south of France. And then we go to Monaco. And then we go to Genoa for the day. And we have really good focaccia. And then you can fly home.
That sounds amazing. I don't know if you know how time off works in the States, but we don't all...
Yeah. So no, in Europe, we just take the whole summer off and have fun. And if you hang out with me, I just...
And you know what? When I get my Italian passport, you can come over and join me in Italy and we can do all kinds of fun stuff.
Fine.
How's that? That sounds great. You know what? I'm not going to say no, but I'm also going to say, like, I'm already burning a week to go to, did I tell you I'm going to Sweden to do Tough
Sweden?
Viking?
I've never heard this plan.
Yeah, Tough Viking.
How many days
as sure
holiday
as Will
do you get a
Hicks
year?
took third place in World's Toughest Mudder 2018. What?
How many days holiday do Americans get?
I don't know. I get a couple weeks.
That's good.
Actually, I think 3 weeks. But
50
because
days.
Anyway, that's I didn't tell it. Fran,
Carlo,
episode 23.
in the
Fran and
bag.
Carlo get OCR adjacent. We're a little bit
I'm
all
not
over
as
the place
tired
today.
this week, so hopefully it's more fun.
I was tired too, and I'm excited about the week being over. So
I'm excited this week, man, because Dustin comes home on Friday.
yay! How exciting for you guys!
Yay! As in today, as in by the time people are listening, we are watching a movie.
Playing chess
Yes.
with your tongues.
Ooh, don't be disgusting. Why would I lick
Fran.
chess pieces?
Hey, Fran,
They're
this was
dirty.
fun.
People put their hands on them. Let's do it again next week.
Okay. Bye.